So my friend Mike met a girl at a party, and she was so nice to him. She laughed at his jokes, touched his arm a few times, and even asked for his Instagram. She'd say things like, "Oh, you're such a nice guy," and even throw in heart emojis when she texted. But every time he asked her out, she was busy. And get this, she'd still text him later, complimenting his jokes or saying how much she enjoyed talking to him. But guess what? She wasn't interested. She just didn't want to come across as rude or lose him as an option in case she got bored. Yep. Ouch. I'm sorry to say, but weeks later, Mike's sitting here heartbroken, realizing that she never really cared. She was just being polite. I mean, I tried to warn him, but he wouldn't listen. Don't be like Mike. Jessica OS here. Welcome to the channel. So here's a thing no one tells you. Women can be absolute masters at letting you down easily without you even realizing it. So today I'm going to deep dive into how to spot when she's not into you, but just being nice. It'll be an eye-opener. Let's jump into it. The flattery trap. Picture this. You're having a conversation with her and out of nowhere she drops a compliment. "You're such a good listener," or "You're hilarious." It feels great, right? You're thinking, wow, she really sees me. But hold up, that flattery, it's not always what it seems. Here's the thing about compliments, okay? They're like breadcrumbs. A polite, friendly woman will toss a few your way because it's part of being socially gracious. Women are often raised to avoid confrontation or awkwardness. So instead of outright saying, "Hey, I'm not feeling this," she might soften the blow with flattery. It's her way of keeping things nice without having to reject you outright. Now let me break this down. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, her compliments are specific, they're personal, and they're consistent. She might say, "You know, I love how passionate you are about your career," or "It's so impressive how you handled that situation." Now, compliments like these show that she's actually paying attention to you and not just saying something generic to fill the silence. But when her compliments are vague or thrown in sporadically, like, "You're funny," or "You're cool," it's more about maintaining a pleasant vibe than showing romantic interest. Think about it. How many times have you said, "Nice job," or "Good job" to someone when you were just being polite, even when you didn't care about what they did that much? So how can you tell the difference between genuine compliments and the ones that are meant to keep things civil? Look at her actions alongside her words. Is she laughing at your jokes but avoiding making plans? Does she compliment you but never initiate contact? For example, you compliment her dress and she responds with, "Oh, thanks, you're so sweet." I mean, it sounds nice, right? But notice what happens next. Does she steer the conversation back to herself? Or does she use it as an opening to dive deeper into an interaction with you? A woman who's into you will take that moment and run with it. Here's a quick test. Here's how you can test if a compliment is genuine. Stop chasing. Compliment her once and then pull back. If she's interested, she'll make an effort to reconnect or to throw a compliment your way without you prompting it. If she doesn't, you're dealing with politeness and not interest. Listen, kings, don't let flattery cloud your judgment. Pay attention to her effort, because if she's not actively showing interest, no amount of "you're so funny" is going to change the fact that she's just being nice. The dead-end conversations. All right, let's move into something that frustrates a lot of guys. Dead-end conversations. You know the ones I'm talking about. You're putting in all the effort, sending thoughtful text messages, starting conversations, and keeping things interesting. And what do you get in return? A dry, uninspired reply like "LOL," or "That's crazy," or worse, a single emoji. Does it sound familiar? Here's the harsh truth. When a woman is truly interested in you, she wants to talk to you. She'll ask questions, she'll dive into topics, and genuinely engage. But when she's just being nice, she gives you just enough to keep things polite, but never enough to make the conversation feel alive. Think about it from her perspective. She doesn't want to come across as rude or mean, so she'll respond when you text her. But here's the catch. Her replies are minimal because she doesn't want to give you the wrong idea. It's a balancing act. She wants to be polite, but she doesn't want to invest energy into something that she's not interested in. And this is why you'll often see her reply with something vague like, "Ha ha ha, totally," or the infamous, "Oh, that's funny." She's throwing you a lifeline just so she doesn't ghost you outright. But if you're the one carrying the weight of the conversation every single time, it's time to wake up, because she's not interested. Signs of a dead-end conversation. So how can you tell when a conversation is going nowhere? I say look for these signs. Number one, she'll never initiate. You're always the one starting the conversation. Number two, her replies are short. One-word answers or basic responses like, oh, cool, or nice. 3, she doesn't ask questions. An interested woman will want to learn more about you, your thoughts, your plans, your interests. If she's not asking, she's not curious. 4, she takes forever to reply. If you're waiting for hours or days for her to text back and her response isn't worth the wait, you're not on her priority list. And guys, don't fall for the sorry, I'm so bad at texting excuse. Trust me, when a woman is into you, she'll make the effort. No one is too busy to reply to someone they're excited about. So what should you do if you find yourself stuck in one of these lifeless conversations? I say, first thing is to stop over investing. If she's not giving you the energy, don't waste yours. 2, test her interest. Drop the conversation for a day or 2 and see if she picks it back up. If she doesn't, there is your answer. 3, set your standards. You deserve someone who's eager to talk to you and not someone who treats you like an obligation. Fellas, you're not just a backup plan for someone to fill her free time. If the conversation feels like you're pulling teeth to keep it alive, it's time to let go and focus on someone who actually values your time and effort. Friendly but distant body language. You see, the way a woman acts physically around you often speaks louder than her words. If she's friendly but maintains a certain distance, it's her polite way of signaling, hey, I'm not really interested. But if you don't know how to spot these signs, you might keep chasing her thinking that there's hope when there really isn't. Body language is a game changer, and I'm going to help you to decode it today because, let's be honest, you've probably misread the signs thousands of times before. So briefly, let's jump into what friendly body language looks like, okay? First thing I always teach guys is crossed arms or legs. Now it shows she's not fully comfortable opening up or engaging with you on a deeper level. A woman who's interested will often have more open, inviting body language, leaning in, uncrossing her arms, and orienting her body towards you. 2, limited eye contact. When a woman likes you, she'll hold your gaze a little longer than normal. It's an unspoken way of saying, I'm paying attention to you. But if her eyes keep darting away or she's looking everywhere but at you, she's signaling that she's not fully engaged in the conversation. 3, leaning away. If you notice her subtly leaning back or keeping physical distance between you guys, it's her way of maintaining a boundary. She's being nice enough to stay in the conversation, but not giving you the green light to move closer. 4, minimal touches. Some women are naturally touchy, but if she only gives you brief surface level touches, like a quick pat on the back or the arm, it's probably just politeness. A woman who's into you will find excuses to linger in your personal space. You want to think playful nudges or subtle touches that last a second longer than necessary. So what's the best way to respond to distant body language? Number 1, I say respect her space. If she's leaning away or keeping her distance, don't push closer. Just back off and see if she adjusts. If she doesn't, take a hint. 2, shift your focus. Don't waste your energy on someone who's not reciprocating. Start observing the room. There's likely someone else who's giving you the green light. 3, test the waters. If you're not sure, try leaning in slightly during the conversation. If she matches your movement, it's a good sign. If she leans back or stiffens, it's time to move on. Look, body language is your secret weapon. Master it and you'll save yourself a lot of time and energy when engaging women. She's too agreeable. Now I'm talking about the woman who nods along to everything you say, agrees with all your opinions, and never offers a single challenge or different perspective. Now it may sound like your dream girl, but not so fast. Because when a woman is interested in you, she'll engage you. She'll challenge your thoughts, tease you, she'll create a dynamic for conversation. But when she's just being polite, she'll be overly agreeable because she's not emotionally invested enough to debate or offer her real opinion. She just wants to keep things smooth and pleasant, nothing more. Let me explain. A woman who's truly into you wants to connect on a deeper level. She's not afraid to say, actually, I don't agree with that, or I see things differently. That's because she values the interaction enough to show her authentic self. But when she's just being nice, she'll keep everything surface level. Women are often taught to avoid confrontation and prioritize being likable. So when she's not into you, but doesn't want to come off as mean, she defaults to agreeing with everything you say. It's like the path of least resistance, right? Here's the thing. Over-agreeing is often a subconscious way of disengaging. I mean, she's not being real with you because she doesn't see the relationship going anywhere. And don't confuse politeness with interest. If she's agreeing just to keep things polite, she's essentially putting you in the he's nice but not for me energy or category. Here's the trick to test if she's truly interested. Casually disagree with her. For example, if she says she loves Italian food, respond with, really, I'm more of a sushi fan. And what's your reaction? If she's invested, she'll either explain why she loves Italian food or ask you more about sushi. If she just nods or changes the subject, that's a sign that she's not engaged. The friend zone invitation. So you've been texting, talking, and maybe even hanging out. And then one day she drops a line like this: "Hey, you should come to my friend's party," or "Let's grab coffee with a gang." Sounds innocent, right? But let me break it to you, it's not. When a woman likes you, she'll carve out one-on-one time with you, okay? If she's constantly inviting you to group activities, she's keeping things casual and platonic. She's showing you, without saying it, that she sees you as just a friend. And here's the deal. When she's interested, she wants to spend time with you, not you and 10 of your friends. A group setting gives her an easy way out. It's a safe, no-pressure environment where she doesn't have to deal with awkward one-on-one vibes or any unspoken romantic expectation. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you invited someone you're really into on a group outing instead of planning something special? Exactly. Group hangouts are her way of being polite without leading you on too much. And let's be real, if she's bringing you around her friends but never making time to see you alone, she's not trying to impress you. She's actually filing you under the friend category. Now let me arm you with some common phrases that women use to invite you into the friend zone, okay? And listen carefully because some of these are subtle but telling. First phrase: "You should totally join us." Second phrase: "My friends would love to meet you." Third phrase: "Let's hang out with a crew this weekend." Fourth phrase: "It'll be fun, we're all going." Do any of these sound familiar? If these are the kinds of invitations you're getting, you're being sidelined into the friend zone. And if she starts calling you things like bro, buddy during these hangouts, my guy, game over. You lose. You may be asking yourself, so why do they do this friend zone invitation thing? It simply means, number one, she likes your company, but not romantically. She enjoys talking to you and maybe even hanging out, but there's no spark, right? Two, she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. By inviting you to the group setting, she's avoiding that awkwardness of turning you down directly. Three, she wants to keep things safe. Now, a group hangout eliminates any possibility of romantic tension or mixed signals. And don't get it twisted, she's not necessarily using you, she's just not interested. And the group hangout is her way of showing that while still remaining polite. So I'll arm you with this information. How can you spot the friend zone early? To avoid falling into this trap, you want to pay attention to these indicators. First, she never initiates one-on-one plans. If she's only inviting you to group events, it's a red flag. Second, she treats you like one of the group. She's just as friendly with her other guy friends as she is with you. You're in the same category as them. Three, she doesn't show any exclusivity. A woman who's interested will try to create moments just for the two of you. If that's not happening, you're her buddy and not a potential boyfriend. Here's a quick fix. If you ever find yourself in this situation, stop going to those group events. Politely decline, and see if she offers to meet you up one-on-one. Two, you want to set boundaries. Don't act like her go-to buddy unless you're okay with being that. Three, shift your focus. Start paying attention to women who actually prioritize spending time with you. And remember, kings, your time and energy are valuable. So don't waste them on someone who's not reciprocating your interest. Whew, packed video, I know. But let me leave you with the hard truth. Sometimes nice isn't nice at all. It's a soft rejection. And while it might sting, knowing this will save you so much time and energy, so don't resent it. If this video opened your eyes though, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you've got stories of your own about nice girls who weren't really interested, please drop them in the comments below so other guys can get to hear them. And I love to read your comments as well, to be honest. Jessica OS here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one.